back to another vid. Hey, this one is, I always say something a little bit different. This one is quite different. I don't know if you can see what I'm driving, if you can pick it yet. A little bit of road noise going on. I'm sitting pretty high. Hey, not a very big cab. It's got a Toyota badge on it, so what do you reckon it is? Anyway, I'll fill you in on a bit more info about that as we go through the video. It's pretty exciting though, and this vehicle that I'm driving now, one of you guys could be driving it in only a couple of weeks, so keep watching to find out more about that. But for this trip, I'm going on a solo camping mission up to a place called Curtis Island. So it's about probably 5.5 hours north of Brisbane to Gladstone, and then you jump on a ferry and go over to an island. There's 2 islands off Gladstone. There's Curtis and Facing. I'm going to Curtis Island, and it's kind of little known info that there's a couple of campsites over there. Or years ago, I'll drop in a bit of footage from the older trip when we took the caravan across there. You can take a van, but it's not very van friendly. But I'll show you a couple of campsites on this trip, a couple of cook-ups, and hopefully I've got a couple of fishing rods in the back. We might walk the beaches and see if we can't get a flathead or something off the beach, maybe a squid off the rocks. Anyway, for now I've got a couple of hours ahead of me. Pull up and hit the barge. Actually, you know what I forgot? I need an axe. I haven't got an axe for me firewood, so I'll stop at Bunnings in Gladstone and get an axe, and then yeah, we'll kick on to Curtis Island ferries. So welcome to Curtis Island. That ferry, mate, takes about an hour from Gladstone. Shoot across. It's a nice little sort of ferry ride. It's always protected in that harbour with the islands and that, so you're not going to have to get seasick and all that sort of stuff. And you come across through a few other islands and then past Facing Island and then through the channel markers, and they drop you off directly onto the south end of Curtis. Now I'll go for a little bit of a drive. It's all bitumen around the south end and the boat ramp. And there is a campground at South End where you can, it's sort of like a bigger paddock, which I'll put a bit of footage in of, you can have a look at. And then I'm going to shoot up, you drive up the dirt track, sort of up the eastern side of the island, heading north, and that takes you to 2 other campgrounds called Turtle Street and Joey Lee's. So we'll do a night at each of those. But first, I'll just swing into this campground here and give you a bit of a look. So the South End campground is the closest one to the ferry drop-off. And it's also the only one that's caravan accessible. If you look on the actual national park sites now on the website, it doesn't list the other 2 campsites as caravan accessible. So that one there is where you want to go for your caravan, and you can day trip out to the other beaches and sort of set up a base camp here. This one's probably the best too if you've got a rooftop tinny. You can pull your tinny off, camp in the campground there, and then just tow your little trailer back to the boat ramp where the ferry drops you off, and then you can go fishing all these rocks and stuff like that. This rig is actually really comfy to drive, off-road. On the highway and stuff, you're sort of like, meh, but then when you get on the tracks and that, and off-road, it's just so comfy, I like it. It's kind of like being in a buggy or something. Very different to the chef, don't worry about that. We'll just pop the drone up. We're going to drive from Connor Bluff up towards Turtle Street. I'll tell you what, it is probably the most specky part of Curtis Island. This stretch of the track is probably the best part of Curtis Island, eh? You sort of drive along this dirt trail on top of the cliff with the ocean on one side, the rest of the island on the other. It's pretty specky. There you go, how was that? It's pretty specky, isn't it? Hey, on this vid, I'm going to take you along for the ride on a little bit of behind the scenes stuff on, you know, how I get the footage and stuff. It's not very exciting. There's a lot of stopping and starting, charging batteries. Now, I am I'm down to my last drone battery. These Mavic 2, it's pretty old now, the Mavic 2, but they started to swell after getting charged so much. I've got one left. It's the only one that fits into my drone, so after every time I fly it, I've got to stop and plug it back into the charger so I can use it again next time. Anyway, there's where there's a will, there's a way. So it's not all sunshine and rainbows, although it is most of the time, but you still got to do a bit of mucking around to get the footage to actually put a video together. So yeah, there you go. It's not just rock up, drink beers, have a campfire. Oi, speaking of campfires, I got it wrong. You can't have campfires here, so I've got a shitload of firewood that I can't use. Anyway, what? It's definitely easier when you got your missus or someone else along with you. They can drive while you fly the drone and they can hold the camera and all that, but it's a bit harder when you're on your own. Turtle Street one way, Joey leads the other. So this is us. Only got 1.3 k's down to the campground. So keen. Early arvo. Hey, it's only like not even 2 o'clock. Got cracking weather, big low tide out the front. Should be good. Stick this GoPro on the roof rack here and we'll take you into Turtle Street. Can't see anything with the face in there, can you? How about we try that? Goes alright, eh? Well, let's take you for a bit of a look down Turtle Street before we go find the campsite. So when you first pull in here, there's a day use area on the left and there's a beach access down to the campsites. Now because I haven't been here and driven on the beach like up to the campsites, I'm just going to walk it first. Make sure it's not too soft or anything like that. I'm not going to get this bloody brand new car stuck in the sand, and we can go and check out our campsite. Protected from a headland up this end, then spin round. Big empty beach all the way up. The campsites are up here somewhere, and then there, just this nice big flat section. I reckon as the tide comes in, I'll be able to catch a flathead or something down in these little gutters. Uh-oh. This could be a bit of an issue. The campsites are up here, but I've had a heap of erosion and they're all undercut onto the beach. So I don't think I can drive down the beach to get on them. Let's go for a look up here and see what's going on. Oh. Yeah. See, this is site 7. What the hell? How the hell do you even get into this site? Oh, I don't know what's going on. This is crazy. Hopefully we can drive up into one further up the end of the beach here. They all look pretty well eroded, eh? Like I said, we've had massive big tides over Easter. All this is really eroded. Probably still recovering from that cyclone Alfred as well. I think this is my campsite here. We might actually be able to get up that one. That's it. That's number 6. Wow. 6 spot, but yeah. I don't know about the access track. Far out. What do you reckon? We give that a crack? It's pretty freaking steep. This will be number 5. It looks a little bit more accessible. We should be able to drive up this one, no worries. Up into here. That's not a bad looking campsite at all, eh? I think number 5 might be the go. Ooh-wee. Here's the end sites. It's probably got the easiest access. Just a nice easy stroll up there. And you come across to these ones. This might be us. Send one here, looks pretty good. Yeah. What are we going to do? Decided on site 3 down the end. So just put the drone up for you. Get a cool shot driving out onto the beach, and it can follow me up the beach and into the campsite. Elevation so you can see me coming in. Park her up, hit record, and away we go. Site 3, Turtle Street, mate. It's a bloody ripper. Turtle Street. Let's give you a look around. Hey, I've ended up on site 3. How bloody nice is it? Got the whole beach all to myself, tucked away up here. I've got a bit of elevation on site 3. Easiest access, especially with all that erosion and stuff going on. And I'll just pop the rooftop here tonight. Nice bit of breeze. A beautiful view to wake up to. Pretty stoked, eh? So I suppose I better give you a bit more info about this rig here, eh? So why am I driving a Sandy 79? Where's the Chev? What's going on? If you've been watching over the last few months and into last year, I've teamed up with Osso, and we give you guys the chance to win the 300 series, which one of my followers won from Perth, which is pretty cool. And then the 200 series was only a few months ago, and a 19-year-old nurse from Melbourne won that. She was stoked because she loves going to the high country and all that, and has never had a four-wheel drive capable of it. So stoked to see someone really going to get some good use into that 200 series. And I needed a vehicle in between the 200 series moving on and then picking up the Chevy. All right, so what we did, me and Osso, we built this 79 series, Sandy 79. It's a V8, hey? Everyone loves the 79 series Sandy, hey? And it looks good. So over this little trip, I'll run you through a few specs of it and that, but you can win it. So keep watching for that too. So there you go. That's what the Sandy 79's doing. One of you guys could be yours. I'm starving. I'm going to keep lunch super simple. You've all seen someone make a wrap before. I'll tell you what, you wait for dinner. I've got something absolutely insane you're going to love. Yeah, a few of you are asking about vids and stuff, like what's going on with your family vids and travel and that sort of stuff. We have covered it throughout a couple of videos, but you might have missed it if you haven't seen those ones. But it's just that our kids are growing up, mate. We're in the next stage of life. Like, kids are all 10 and above, enjoying school and sport and mates and all those sort of things. We had a ripping 8 years traveling around the country, but like, as everything, you just got to grow and roll with it. And the stage we're at now is where we're loving being at home. Live in a beautiful place, go fishing a lot. Still get to come away and do this sort of stuff. Spider. But yeah, we're just changing it up, and you will see more of me on my own. Sorry if you don't like that, but that is just the way it's gonna be. I'm gonna hold my wrap in front of the camera and show you my lunch with a sweeping view. What do you reckon of that? Okay, very cinematic, eh? I was just about to set up the rooftop tent, but I'm sitting there having lunch, and there's like just the occasional bust up happening offshore. Like, I don't know if they're queenies or whatever they are, but they're within casting distance with a good slug. So I'm going to rig some rods up first, just in case they come past the front of me, and I can just race down and try and catch something. And then I'll put the tent up afterwards. They found me already. This no campfire business has got to suck. I don't know how I'm going to keep these midgies away. Rigged up, ready to go. Put a stick bait on it, this one here. I did want to run just this metal slug, but I don't know, you probably can't see it real well, but that rusty hook has got the bluntest trebles on it, and it just, you won't hook up. It'll be terrible. So I'm going to throw this one. It's just a nice Rapala stick bait. And then on the little rod, one of my little favourite lures for flatties, and this little reel here, it's a Shimano Vanford, just a tiny little 2,500 with 10-pound braid on it. And this jobby, it's just a bent minnow, and they float. So when the water's real flat and shallow like this, you can just sort of twitch it, and they pause and float in the water, and I've caught heaps of flathead on them, eh? So hopefully I'll walk these gutters here when the tide comes in. I might be able to get one. I'm trying out this new GoPro mount, so I'll set up the rooftop tent and see what you reckon. I think it might be good for fishing, eh? Hangs around your neck. You don't have to wear one on your head. You can sort of see where it's pointing all the time. So, don't know. Does that work? If I do this, can you see what I'm doing? Like if I was tying a rig or like dealing with a fish, would it be like right in front of it? Anyway, see how we go. I'll get this bloody rooftop tent up, so then I'm sorted. The sun's going to go down very fast this arvo. I'm going to put this drone up for you so we can put this tent up and have a couple of different angles of it. So there we go, come in a bit closer. Yep. And then hit record. Now, take it easy on me, because this is the first time I've set this thing up. So up. There we go. Grab the hockey strap there, pull him down. Throw the roof strap over the top. Reach in here and grab the ladder. Pull the ladder out, all the way out. And then we hop down and we pull, we fold him out. It's kind of like the one I had on the 300 series. There you go. Fair show, isn't it? And up we go. Happy days. That's the roof nest. I got my rods, got the rooftop tent, had a feed, and then I look down the front again, and then bus, there's a bust up. So I'm onto it. Got the stick bait, got the long rod. Let's go and see if we can't bang a queenie or something. I reckon that's what they'd be. It'd be queenfish eating bait out the front here. Bit more drag on that. Let's see how far we can send this sticky out. Oh, it's not going to get the distance I want, I don't think. Oh, that's a bit better. Just need to free up the braid a bit. Not much left on there. One last cast. No luck. While we're waiting for the sun to go down, let me give you a bit of a rundown on the front end of this thing. So we'll start up the top. We've got a snorkel there. We've got the old sun visor. Hey, the old farm truck sun visor. I reckon they look pretty sick, hey? It's the new model, so you got the big stocky bonnet and the new headlights and stuff up the front. So the new shape. Got flares there. Got big alloy rims and 35-inch muddies. And then if you come underneath, there's a 3-inch Dobinson's lift kit with remote resi shocks. And then you've got these front radius arms done, proper lift kit, all sorted, rides really well, nice and high, wheels won't scrub, all that sort of business. And then you got a nice front bar, no hoops on it, so it keeps it looking real neat. You got a carbon winch in there, and you've also got a couple of steadies and a big light bar and spotties incorporated into the bull bar. So there you go, that's the front end. Sorry, the mirrors are standard. Yes, they suck. I can't do anything about that unless you put clear views on it. And if you're towing, you'll have to throw a set on. But they got the standard farm truck mirrors. One last little drone flight at sunset. Then we put everything on charge and start ripping all the footage off from the day. Ready to go for tomorrow. How's the colours, mate? The sun's gone down and it's just getting better, hey? Look at the pinks and purples out the back there. Tell you what, it's not often you get places like this all to yourself, eh? And you gotta soak it up. It's just bloody good. Genuinely happy, eh? Look at that. Just gonna go for a walk up the headland. Hopefully see some fish busting up, see if we can't catch one. End of the day, always get me drone footage off. So, just in case I crash it the next day, I haven't lost my drone footage. This canopy's got a water tank underneath it, and it's got a pump on it. So you don't have to carry an extra shower. You can just hook in this hose up the end here, turn the tap on, and then away you go. Final piece of the puzzle, smuggies. Fucking good luck to the mozzies now getting me, I tell ya. There you go. All showered up, ready to go. Hoodie on, trackies on, and Uggies. These mozzies are brutal, like seriously brutal. Oh, I wonder if we can turn that to orange if they'll go away. Man, I don't know. What do I need? I promised you a gourmet dinner. Now this one is my go-to 2-step delicious camp meal, alright? That's right, 2 steps. Do you hear me right? You do 2 things and it's epic. Step 1, boil some water. Oh, look at it. That's only on low. You crank it up. And step 2 is add it to your food. Boom. Tonight I'm having a red Thai chicken curry. Well, turning the white light off didn't help, so I'll turn it back on. I'm gonna have to do it. A little bit on my clothes, maybe. See if I can piss off. Far out. Oh, look at that. Does it change colour? It has, look, orange. And it's steaming and boiling. Ah, fudge. How quick does that boil water? Take the lid off. Ah, fudge. Take the lid off. Without burning myself for a 3rd time. Then tip it in. I love these things, eh? I have not had a bad one, ever. Just be careful, first bite you might burn your mouth. That's good, eh? Well, you want to know something about me? sometimes I miss being a mechanic and having a normal job. You believe that? You know what I think it is? It's because I just want to like punch in and punch out, or clock on and clock off, you know? And then once you finish work, you don't think about it till you go back. Whereas doing what we do, making vids and got our own products and social media and all that sort of stuff, you don't ever really switch off because you can always do something, you know? So if you think of it, you're like, oh, I can just do it now. Whereas if you're a mechanic and you think about a job in the workshop, you can't really just, you're not going to leave home at midnight to go and do it, are you? So anyway, it's a little insight into me. Sometimes I miss having a normal job, and then I sort of like think about it and go, no you don't, mate. Right, what you do is pretty cool, and it is, but sometimes, yeah, you just want to switch off. And yeah, I'm not that person. I just always think of stuff to do. Yeah, I just got the biggest bit of chicken. Hello, welcome to my little rooftop abode. Oh, all set up in here. Oh yeah, this is nice, nice and comfy. iPad, Netflix movie downloaded. No kids, no wife. Living the dream. Unzip this one. Oh wow, look at that. That's just crazy. Oh, morning. Holy moly, what a good night. Oh, tell you what, it's cold though. Glad I bought this big double sleeping bag. I'm glad I bought that one. I was almost going to bring a lightweight one. Would have been freezing. I'll leave this here, you can watch the sun come up. Cup, some coffee. Time to sit down and enjoy it. Hey, oh yeah. It's kind of nice having a bit of time to yourself, like just not having to, you know, listen to anyone, or oh, that sounds pretty bad, but just not having any noise, you know. So kids want to sort of do anything or keep them busy or cook for anyone. I don't know. It's just nice to be on your own. Beauty. Time for brekkie. I'm gonna cook up some steak and eggs, mate. So there's a big, in the back of this canopy, there's a big battery system. You got 200 amps of lithium, 2000 watt inverter, 40 amp DC charger, heap of switches and panels and stuff. So you can run a cooktop and all this, like an inverter one, or induction, sorry. Haven't used it for a while, I've got to remember how to do it. But anyway, a scotch billet, a few eggs, a bit of avocado, that'll do me for the day. this is me for the next little while. That tide's coming right up, eh? So probably got another 2 hours here before we can move on. So just chill out, have brekkie, go for another fish. Well, while the tide is super high, looks awesome actually. It's like getting real close to the campsite. I've just spotted this little creek or little inlet up the end of the beach. So like near the beach access where I drove on. So I'm just going to walk down there. Yeah, I'm going to walk down there and try and catch a few. Here's a good sign. And not the flathead I'm after, but there's a couple of little shovel nose sharks just kicking along there. See if I can see them for you. There they are. Chasing bait around. You see that? Let's see if I can, oh, anyway. If they're sniffing around, there might be a couple of flatties as well, because they sort of hunt in the same ground. Bit of action out the back there with a few little bust ups going up on the surface. See if we can't get something interested. It's gonna happen. It's gotta happen. Come on. Oh, there was a hit. It's only little stuff, whatever it is. Something's having a crack at it. Should have worn some shoes. Got to be a queenie sitting out there, doesn't there? There we go. Out over this bommy here. Ah well, it ain't from lack of trying. But I've got nothing, eh? Beautiful headland though. Absolutely primo. And not a breath of wind inside here. But now, see how the tide's gone out again? We'll go and pack up the rest of our gear. We'll make our way up to the next campsite. Off the beach, I just noticed my drone's full, so downloaded a heap of that stuff so I can get some more footage on the way to Joey Lee's. And we'll come around here and crack into a bit of lunch, I think, but I might end that video there. Might be enough for one episode. And so if you're keen to jump on and have an entry into the 79 series, mate, I'll put a QR code down below. The competition is live, mate, and if you're keen to see more about it, I will finish off the walk around in next week's video up at Joey Lee's. But like I said, it's a brand new build, mate. Over $100,000 spent on it. Heap of fruit. V8, Sandy, 79 series. It's a good rig. I reckon you'll love it. So again, comp's live down here. Good luck, eh? See you in the next one.